Hello everyone. This is my Exmark Turf Ranger. Kind of strange mower. Some people have never seen these before. They're actually made to work on a golf course. They actually cut turf really well. But it also has a lot of other applications, being that your cutting deck is actually on the front of the mower. This thing is a beast. I bought this probably 7 or 8 years ago from a friend of mine. He came and cut my grass when we got this property. I didn't have a tractor then or anything to bush hog, so he brought this thing over to cut our grass. And I ended up buying it from him for $700. $700 is not too bad, because whenever they made these things, they were probably around $10,000 to $12,000 if you were to bought it new. Now this is the commercial version, and it was out of service for quite some time, and I got some things fixed on it. There's still some more things to be fixed. The problem is for the parts, it's very hard to find on the parts. So if you know a good place, I'd love to know. I actually need to change a switch. It's working now. I'll show you. This is the on and off for the mower. So every once in a while you have to actually tap it to make it work. So I went online to a company called PartsTree.com, and for this make and model they show a switch, but it doesn't look like it's going to work, because the connections on the inside is more connections than there are for that switch, and it's not just two connections that you plug into, and it's $110 just for that little switch. A lot of other parts are unavailable, but it's running. I had to change some blades. Last time this thing cut was underneath the deck. There's the diverter flat bore that divert the grass discharge to make sure the grass goes out. The flat bore broke a tack well and sprung and hit the blades and destroyed the blades, and I just put it up, and it had been down for quite some time until I was able to get this pan repaired. So I got a new flat bore in there. It's fixed. Bought me some new blades, and got the same exact size blade. There's 3 blades in there, and when I tried to crank it up and run it, one of the blades was hitting another blade. So the only thing that I can think that possibly happened during the welding work that happened on the box itself, maybe kind of, moved it some. So I had to actually grind down the edges of the center blade. Now it cuts great, no problems. I've been trying to keep fixing the box just by using someone local or a friend, and because I tried to place an order for one, and just the box with none of all of those wheels and spindles and pulleys or anything. It's sheaves. It's just the box. It's $2,300 for it. So we're not going to do that. It's just an old mower. I do want to get a new muffler for it. The type of engine that is on here is a Kohler Command Pro 22. I think it's a 20 horse or a 22 horsepower motor, and it works great. I do plan on taking these little cover plates off here and there, taking this off and getting that sprayed with probably some high heat paint, like for a barbecue pit. Get that dressed up some. The battery cover is still available, so I'm eventually going to get that for it. Some of the decals are still available that you can purchase, and they're not too expensive unless you get the sticker that's on the back. The sticker on the back is like $25, and it just says Turf Ranger on it. The seat, I need a seat. So this one here is just tied up just like when I bought it. And this is the other part. You can see how the plywood is actually broken in here. I may try to just go ahead and cut a new one and get these little screws and reattach just that vinyl, because just the back seat is $220, just this pad, and the bottom seat is like about $170. So you're looking at about $500 for it. Price went up on it, and I think it's just because the limited use, limited amount of products left. So besides that, it still works. This box pan has a hydraulic lift, so when you press the switch, you can raise it up and you can actually cut grass pretty high. This is what I did cut so far in the back side with this. I decided to stop and just finish up doing the video. Devin did some cutting as well. I had a couple of clips that I filmed him just cutting the grass in the front. And I'm gonna probably add in an old clip of Kelly cutting the grass on it as well. So this thing works really well. It's gonna, now that I got it running, Devin will be using this one, and then I'll be using mine. Yeah, I'll be using this one as well, because I really like it. Because one of the benefits of this box in the front, you can get under trees and cut. You can just drive it in and cut all the grass underneath the trees, whereas just a zero turn, you can't do that. As you can see on this pond right here, you couldn't cut that with a zero turn. And I'm gonna run it through here and get that cut, because you can just go straight over it and your tires never hit the edge of the bank. Yeah, this pond needs help, I know. This is one of the things that needs to be done, but this is way on the bottom of the list. We still have trees down from the hurricane. We haven't picked any of those things up. As you can see, still got that big old oak. That's the root system of the oak still sitting there. So one day we'll get it done. And I got some touch-up paint coming, so that's not it. That's not cheap either. Just a can of the Exmark touch-up spray paint. It's 24 bucks. So I want to try to get these top lids painted, a few other areas where he welded and everything, and see how well it works on the touch-up paint. But that's it, guys, and I'll give you a walk around just so you can see what it looks like. "60-inch cut as well." And that's the hydraulic tank there. They use mobile oil. 6-gallon fuel tank. That's the drive to actually pick the deck up and down. A little skid, things on the bottom to keep you from slipping. And that's the hydrostatic forward and reverse pedal. There's the timer. 1,667 hours. It's got a choke, on and off switch, start switch, throttle, and you have a lower deck lift and lower, and then the mower blades on and off. Need to clean the engine up some. And it has a wheel on the back, so it's a 3-wheel. So this thing is like a zero turn in a sense. When you turn that steering wheel, it turns that wheel, and you can actually do a zero turn. And it's really neat to go around poles or trees. You can get really close and just with no effort, and just one turn all the way around, and you're done. And that's a brake system right here. See, it's engaged. It's right now, it's actually engaged. And then on this side, you can't really see this lever, but it's to put the engine in neutral. Right now it's not, but if you move it up to the left, it goes into neutral. And if you want to drive this thing, it has to be in that position where it is. All right. Well, let me see if I can start this thing up and show you what it sounds like. Throttle down. We'll go halfway, I guess. Surprisingly, the engine works really well. Here's the zero turn. Still got more to cut, but got all of this cut with my old turf ranger. I did bush hog that, so I need to go back and get that part cut a little lower. A lot of grass. A lot of grass. And when you cross the driveway, all that section to do too. Yeah, well, this is what it looks like, folks. And you can go through here, a little bumpy.
A lot bumpy.
A lot bumpy. This is all my bamboo forest, and there is a little cut in there you can drive through. Not right now. Need to clear that out again. Ran out of gas on no Exmark, so had to go get some and fill it up. Well, all right, thank y'all for joining. See you later, Exmark. And we'll see you on the next one.